Reem is a 17-year-old plus 1 biology science student from Malappuram, highly sociable and expressive. She is complete extrovert, bold, brave, and naturally energetic, known for lifting the mood around her. Reem sings well, imitates effortlessly, and thrives in lively environments where interaction fuels creativity. Her personality brings enthusiasm, ease to every space she occupies. She aspires to become an aeronautical engineer and is supported by her parents, Muhammad Hanifa and Badariya. In her talk, The Value of Honesty in an Era of Misinformation, she examines the importance of truth and integrity in a world shaped by rapid information flow.
When the world has built a version that we don't recognize, a version stitched together from assumption headlines, half-baked opinions, or maybe a screenshot. A version that goes viral. And that's the moment when you realize that how truth becomes such a slow runner. Yeah, this is era of misinformation, where stories travel faster than fact, and outrage outperform honesty. While this course is going on, always there is a question mark which is ringing. How can we hold up the value of honesty? A pediatrician named Dr. Kafil Khan. Let me take you back to 2017, 8 years back at a hospital in Gorakhpur. Children in critical condition, an oxygen shortage that shouldn't have happened, but did a crisis that demanded action, not excuses. And in the middle of this storm, Dr. Kafir Khan literally became a supplier, arranging oxygen cylinders with his own money to save as many young lives as he could. Instead of getting appreciated, he was devoured by a machine of misinformation. Narratives were shifted and fingers were pointed at him. And Dr. Kafir Khan, who tried to heal, became who tried to harm. He was then suspended from the medical college, then arrested too. Imagine, one day you doing everything is right and losing everything right away. Here's the part where he held himself. He stayed honest, continuing to fact, even when the world drowned in fiction. He believed in his truth, and the truth returned to him. And finally, after all the challenges, investigations were cleared, and finally fog lifted. So, what does his journey teach us? How can we ordinary people, students, professionals, leaders move forward with honesty when misinformation is the loudest voice in the room? And eventually it becomes the only version of the story that survives. And maybe this is the hardest truth of all honesty. Often it feels lonely before it feels powerful. You won't always be believed immediately. You won't always be defended. Sometimes the very person you expect support from will choose silence. Here, what history teaches us. Crowds don't decide truths, time does. Every correction in society, every moment, when truth finally broken through, came from someone who refused to bend, someone who stayed consistent, when the cost was personal. Where the value of honesty shows up. Humanity is choosing empathy over ego. Humanity is refusing to reduce a human life in a headline. Humanity is asking, what if this story were about me? In the era of misinformation, staying human itself becomes an act of resistance. When you pause before judging, that's humanity. When you verify before sharing, that's humanity. When you defend truth, even when it's uncomfortable, that's humanity. Remember this, misinformation can delay truth. It can damage reputations. It can bruise life. But it cannot win in the long run. Because when everything else collapses, what survives is who you were when it mattered. Your integrity, your humanity, your truth. Anyway, let me conclude my words. Thank you for all.